Merry Christmas, everyone! Thank you for making this Christmas extra special and extra merry because I reached 500 subscribers and 1,200 watch hours. In this video, I will share my channel analytics at 500 subscribers and 1,200 watch hours, including 5 things I wish I knew when I started vlogging. After 7 months of YouTubing, I'm still far from the current monetization requirement of YouTube, but I still feel grateful towards you, my subscribers, and to my fellow vloggers. Your comments and likes keeps me inspired to make content for you, and it keeps me going as a new vlogger. In my previous video for 100 subscribers, I thank my family, friends, office mates, and relatives who supported me when I started vlogging. This time, at 500 subscribers, I also want to highlight my thanks to them as well, and also to my fellow vloggers who supported me to get here. You know who you are. And I want to appreciate my husband for being supportive to my vlogging. He takes care of our son whenever I film and edit my videos. The first thing that I wish I knew from the very beginning is that vlogging or YouTubing is another form of social networking. Actually, you connect with other channels or other vloggers like me and gain their support by inspiring you to move on and getting their insights or their experience in YouTubing. The second thing that I wished I knew was to upload my videos in a private mode first and to check for copyright claims. The reason why you need to upload your video as a private first is that YouTube will automatically assess your video if it has a copyright claim, even if it's in a private or public mode. So it's safer to have it as a private video first, so you can decide if you can replace the video or the sound itself or just do the editing in YouTube. If your video gets a copyright claim, don't panic. Please note that once you have a copyright claim in your video, it's not really a copyright strike. It just means that your video or that particular video with a copyright claim will not be monetized. But you can get it monetized by doing the corrective actions and having YouTube reprocess again your video to clear out the copyright claim. So once it's cleared, then your video can be eligible for monetization. If you decide to use the YouTube Music Library, you need to check the length of music first that they have, then adjust the length of your video according to that. But for me as a new vlogger, I find that the YouTube selection of music is very limited. What do I mean by this? When you download the music from YouTube, you don't have any flexibility to cut the length, or to adjust it on where you want to lay it out or lay it down in your video. So it's pretty much not flexible in terms of editing. The fourth thing that I wished I knew from the start, this might be the first thing that I should have known, is to be consistent on the words that you use in your title, in your description, and in your tags. So make sure that if you decide on a title name, make sure you mention it in the description box and also put it in your tags. So I find it really still difficult to improve the searchability of my videos. So it's still a learning progress for me. The fifth thing that I wished I knew was, in your customized URL, don't use special characters. As you know, my channel title is Nadine's Mommy Channel, which have an apostrophe on the Nadine's part. So in my URL, as you see in my screen, there's a suggested URL and then a customized URL. So I used the customized URL with the apostrophe on it. However, it was a mistake because when I tried using the customized URL with an apostrophe or with a special character, it gives an error, or it doesn't work, or it just gives you an error notice. So better stick to the original URL other than having it customized if your title have a special character on it. Or better yet, think of a title without a special character. Let's now go to my channel analytics. My screen is split into two. The green side is my analytics for the last 28 days, and the purple side is my analytics before I reached 500 subscribers. So let's take a look at the videos that gained more views in the last 28 days compared to the previous period. You will see in my screen that the number one video that gained views is about the breastfeeding or the natural breastfeeding tips. Even before I reached 500, the number one video that gave me view is still about breastfeeding. So I might be doing more videos about breastfeeding later on after I give birth, when I breastfeed again. Let's now check the video that gained me more subscribers. Again, my number one video that gained me subscribers is about breastfeeding in the last 28 days. But in the previous period, I gained more subscribers in the vegetarian steak recipe. So I might be doing healthy recipe videos later on. We now go to the video that gained me the most watch time. Again, it's still my video about breastfeeding. So really, it's an indication for me to focus on breastfeeding topics, which unfortunately I cannot do for now. All I can share now is about pregnancy maybe. After I give birth in April, I will be focusing on breastfeeding tips. In the previous period, I gained most watch hours in the natural ways to lose weight. So after I give birth, I will also share again how I will actually attain my pre-pregnancy weight. Let's now look at my viewers by age. If you will compare my viewers by age in the last 28 days with the previous period, I still have a majority of the millennial bracket, which is the age of between 25 to 35. Now, let's take a look at my viewers by geography. In the last 28 days, I have Singapore, Philippines, and United States as my top 3 countries. It's the same as the previous period. So obviously, Singapore is my number one country in terms of viewer source because I upload my video from Singapore. Philippines is my number 2 source of viewers because it's my home country, and most of my families and friends who really support my vlogging is from the Philippines. Then the third largest country that I have in terms of number of viewers is from the US. This is maybe a mix of things, really from my organic subscribers, from my friend who is also a vlogger who is based from the US, and also from the family of my husband who is based in the US as well. And for the rest of the countries that I gained views, like India, UAE, UK, Canada, Australia, and Indonesia, thank you for your support as well. So these are the reach or the current viewers that I have. From the bottom of my heart, thank you to my 576 subscribers. See you next week!